Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Here, our group will explain about the final project of our app, GI, CA, and usability evaluation. My name is Bayu Laksana.
And my name is Anantadi Perseponayuda.
And my name is Anggar Wahyu.
Okay, let's start now. Okay, let's start with the contextual inquiry. The first thing is website or app description. So I will explain briefly about our app here. So can you move to the next page? Okay. Okay, basically our apps is a monitoring app of protective gears, or we call it APD. So there are 5 features available in our app. So first is the hospital mapping. It will enable all users, to see the location of whole hospital with the availability and demand on protective gears. Number 2 is history of protective gears, availability and demand. Number 3, just like the app's name, we can monitor the protective gears availability. So here the user will be able to add hospitals protective gears, current supply, and every beginning of the day. Number 4 is protective gears request. So yes, user with hospital role here can use this feature because request of protective gears is only able for hospital. Number 5 is input for the protective gears. So admin and hospital users can do an input for incoming protective gears. That's a short of. So this apps is based on web apps, not mobile apps, because when you using a web apps, it will easily maintainable when something need to be changed. Okay, that is our sort of cost unit. Okay, next section is UI story purpose. So there are 3 main UIs that we need, that we think it less intuitive. So the first is kelola rumah sakit or manage hospital here as an admin. So in this page, there are unintuitive forms control. You see the semua, its verification status. It's actually a drop down, but it doesn't provide us what it is used for. And then the lini, and there are 3 lini tags there. It's like on-off mechanism, so it's not intuitive because there are more lini, there will be expanded very wide, so it's not good. Okay, the number 2 is hospital verification. Here, as an admin, in this page, there are no status for verification, as you can see, and the button for verification is just using an icon that is less intuitive. And the next one is the map. Here, you see the RS Lini 2 there. It's like a button, but it's not actually a button. So why it has to be a button when there is no action in there? Okay, so the next will be explained by my friend.
The next part is preliminary question. Before this, we asked the user about some question regarding this app. First thing is, did you know what is protective gear even mean? Then how often in the day you use a mobile phone, and etc. And Then the user of our test here for contextual inquiry is will be two users. First user is a 25 years old female user. She is a programmer from TKPP Surabaya, and she has a knowledge on technology because recently she had just already graduated from information system of veteran on 2017. And the second user is a 21 years old female user. She is currently a student from the nuclear engineering department from UGM. She is fun by nearly 5 to 8 hours a day. Usually checks the government approximately once a week, and she thinks using a phone is an effective way for accessing information. And then to find the confirmation from our UI intuitiveness, we made several tasks for our user. There are 3 different scenarios for 3 different roles. Each one, for each one, there are an example for admin role. There will be 6 steps. For the first thing is enter the main page, then login, then move, and then search for the specific hospital, and then verify the hospital, then log out. For the second is as a guest. As a guest, they will just enter the main page and then enter the APD distribution map page, and they will be asked about the information about what hospital that appear in there, and then they will be asked to enter the hospital detail information and the inventory detail. And then for hospital, they will be the same. First thing first, they will enter the main page and they will be logged in for the hospital account, then go to hospital profile. Then they will be asked to enter the APD. Then they will be asked for the historical review of the APD. That's it for the hospital role. And then for the contextual analysis, you need to start with artifact model. And we'll be skipping it. For the artifacts model, we find that our user have a hard time in the Clola aspects in the admin role. They basically the filter button here doesn't done pretty well. It's pretty hard to find because there are like duplication of style from here. First drop down and then toggle on off button. The user that find it hard is the user number 2. And then we'll start with flow that will be explained with my friend.
And then the flow model. There are 3 flow models here, the main 3. It is a guest role, and admin role, and hospital role. The user one has no problem with the flow model. It is works. But in the second user, there are 2 problems. You can see that she can see the type well and confused about the type and the hospital list. So what we should do and don't. First, we should use consistent style for styling same component behavior, and we should have a clear separation between different menu, and we don't have to do a display a filter color menu that is unclear for its intended use, and display something like button, but it's not a button at all, which has no action related to it. And don't use inefficient control with types such as an on or off control. And here is sketches that we have created. It will be explained by my friend, by you.
Oh, okay. So there are three sketches from the problem arise above. We have sketched three different versions: version A, version B, and version C. As you can see the picture here. Okay, let's go to the version difference then. Okay. Okay, from the pictures, we know that the general difference from the pictures. In version A, the menu selection is using drop down. Can you show me the pictures? Okay. Can you point out your cursor to the up? No, no. Yeah, that is using the drop down. Okay. The second one, the version B, it's not use a drop down, but it uses hamburger menu to access the menu. In the version C, it doesn't like the others. It's using a tab menu. So as you can see, there are three active tabs there, and Kawal RS is still active. Okay, go to bottom. Okay, so the difference version between version A, version B, and version C here. That version A using tabular form of the list, and the filter is using the button in the below. And then in version B, hospital list is displayed using a list and using a badge as an indicator. So then the amount of protective keys here is placed on the side, so it can be seen very well. And then hospital type filter and verification is not using toggle on off anymore, so it's using a drop down. As well as version C, the filter menu is using drop down part here. The list is not using a list or table. Instead, it's using a grid. Okay, that is the version difference. Let's go to the selected sketch.
And we select sketch version B. Why? Because it has a drop down in the line types, and it has a drop down in all status verification. And the other one is we use a list, not a grid section, so we can get all information but in a simple space. And then here is our product types, but we will explain it later. Then for user evaluation, here are our user evaluation description about the user. There are 3 21 years old user and 1 25 years old, and the 3 user is currently study in university, but for the first one is just have been graduated. So we have 2 female user and 2 male user. And next, here is our transcript with them, and we jump to the questionnaire. And my friend will explain about it.
For the questionnaire, we'll be using the modified version of AGUS or System Usability Scale methodology. In here, they will be given questions, and they are asked how much score they will give for the particular question, ranging from 1 to 5, which described as below, from the ranging from 1 strongly disagree to 5 to strongly agree. The results are here. For each user, they give a total score ranging from 17 to 19. Then we divide them by 2.5. Then we got the score for each of them is 7.6 for user 1, 7.6 for user 2, and 6.8 for user 3 and 4. Then by comparing the setting using standard AGUS score below as below, our score is from 6.8 to 7.6, which will be a grade B. Then it could be concluded our app is doing relatively good jobs. I think that's all for this presentation. Thank you very much.
So next is we will explain about the prototypes. Here is main page, and you can see that it has maps and the number of requests and available of gears, protective gears. Then we can log into the system. Login using admin. You can see the dashboard with a statistic in here. Then next we go to the hospital manage. Here you can click on the left drop down. You can see all lines or all lineages. And there are two differences between this hospital. It has not verified. It is not verified yet, but the other is verified. You can see it from the APD or the color of the page. So we try to verify the Register Galactica and verify it. Then it's done. Next, you can log out from the system, and you can see these two menus: statistic APD and map of the perseveran APD. Next, you can see the detail of the hospital. Here is the statistic or the history of protective gears. And in statistic, you can see all the average per day of the protective gears. Next, we try to log in as a hospital. There are dashboard page and profile page. Then you can input the new or new of the protective gear. Can ask for the protective gears. And the last is we can use our protective gears. So that's it, our final project about Kawal APD, and you can maybe pay you.
Okay, I think that's all from our presentation from this session. Thanks for your attention. Sorry for the mistakes. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Sampun.